people, you know, everybody has work days at their hunting camp.
Right.
And then when hunting season rolls around, work days are over. It don't seem like ours ever stop.
Ours don't never stop.
Jordan and them are moving stands over there. Brad's moving some stands this morning. And
well, that's just, to me, that's just what you got to do to, when the season changes and the deer change, you got to change with them.
food sources change.
So all the acorns are about gone now. They're all big and fat, ready for the rut to kick off, and here it starts next week. So we're gonna get these last few stands hung and moved around, some blinds moved around, and hopefully we'll be ready to get with them when it kicks off next week.
People say, man, y'all hunt out of ladder stands? I'm like, yeah. It's quiet, it's safe, it's easy, and it's good for Jimmy to get in. He's the older of the bunch, but I ain't gonna lie to you. The older I get, I like these things more and more.
Primo's Truth About Hunting is brought to you by Bushnell, Savage Arms, Drake, Mossy Oak, Onyx Hunt, Hornady, and Primo's Hunting. Speak the language. Troy and Slade are headed to a new food plot we built this year. It's in a secluded area that's surrounded by good bedding thickets and a big hardwood draw. We think this could end up being a hot spot come rut time.
Those wild lemon trees this time of year, boy, they're pretty bright yellow. Down here in Mississippi, we don't have all them fall colors like some people do in the Midwest and up in the Northeast. So we got white oak, red oak, and longleaf pine trees.
Somebody used to have a food plot here back before they planted all these pines. Ever since then, it's just grown up into a big old sage field. So we came in this year, knocked it down, and made a food plot here. Man, it's just gnarly thicket all the way around 3/4 of this field. So we thought it'd be just a great spot. And then right behind us, where we're eventually gonna walk in, it's just a big old hardwood bottom that falls off to a creek. This is the closest food plot for 1.5 miles from anywhere. So it ought to be good, especially during rut, man. There's just so many places for them to bed up around here. It's all about the location.
Y'all see all that right there? That looks like it get drugged down the road. You know what that is?
What?
Squirrel.
Really?
Squirrel trying to bite that aluminum.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What
happened if you was sitting there and he tried to bite you like that?
Well, that's the one that did that right there. I promise you, his teeth are probably like, ding, sharp as all get out. I didn't bring a base, an arm, because we always carry our arms in with the heads. And we don't like leaving our tripod heads on the arm out in the weather. But a lot of places we'll hang several of these bases. We do hang them when we get in, but some places, especially a place like this where you know you're going to hunt it pretty frequent, but the way this place lays, you just leave a base in here. One less thing you got to do when you get here in the morning. That one big limb on that white oak tree, I think we need to leave it there because the hunter can shoot under it, and once all them leaves are off of it, you'll be able to see the deer either way. But I think that one right there, I think we need to either cut it 10 foot out or try to trim it as best we can. But if you cut it, it takes away a little bit of cover. But I think being where we at right here in amongst, you got a big white oak right here, black walnut right there, and this old walnut tree too, I guess. Yeah. And all up in these dark trees.
We got plenty of cover behind us.
And the sun's gonna go down, should go down somewhere right over here in the afternoon, southwest, which would give you all this for cover. You're seeing this tall grass when they start chasing. You look down here, this is what Slade was most impressed with. It kind of drops off right here about 15 feet into a flat. And that's going to be the way we come in instead of walking past this big cut over here. We got a main road down here about 75 yards, and we're gonna come up this little drain right here. That way when you pop up in the food plot, if there's deer out here, they'll never know you was in the world. On top of that, being able to get out, you'll never bother them. So that's the key. Hunt your way in, hunt your way out. I like it. Big thicket right here. Big thicket right there. Big hardwood bottom over there. Going into the big creek. So, and we got water oak acorn trees all around this food plot, and every one of them's still dropping a few acorns. So this might be one of them hanging hunt deals.
You want to come back here?
You want to come here this afternoon?
Yeah.
We get this stuff trimmed up. We won't make too much noise. We'll get out of here. It's only 10 o'clock. So. What you think far as the hunter goes? Kind of cross your legs and prop your gun on your knee. Put your trigger stick right there.
Yeah, you can put your trigger stick right here. Just lean out. And this tree's so good. Look right here. You got your elbow to prop right here.
Yeah, that's right.
You can be good and steady. I don't think it's a problem for shooting, Troy. Like you said, the leaves will be off of that limb next week.
Cut the end off that one, or just trim it? Trim all that stuff out of it.
I think we should just try to trim it. I like the
big
stuff
part
out
of
on the end there.
Okay.
And there's plenty of holes to shoot through as long as you can see it with the camera.
All right.
Oh, that's plenty to shoot through over there. I love this spot. Man, it's gonna be good. And if one gets out here, if they get out there, they're going to be eating. They're going to be feeding. So you can just wait for them to come this way or that way and get in an opening behind that one limb. But you can see the leaves falling now. They'll all be gone by next week. So
Maybe gone by this afternoon.
they might be.
Let's trim some of that stuff up and get out of here.
Let's go.
Just going to cut a little trail through this timber behind me, through this cane thicket that should pop out on the road about 100 yards through there.
The all-new Broadhead, the most accurate archery rangefinder on the planet, with unheard of accuracy to plus or minus 0.3 yards, out to 150 yards. With revolutionary full-spectrum ranging technology, it delivers lethal precision regardless of target, lighting, or reflectivity for an unmatched advantage in the field. The all-new Broadhead from Bushnell, tested, proven, accurate.
Some blinds are built for the tough stuff, some not so much. Double bull blinds are field tested to be more reliable, more durable, and more adaptable, with more ways to make you invisible. And the warranty? That's a lifetime thing too, all of which make the Double Bull difference undeniable. Double Bull, be unstoppable.
At the core of all of us, there is a code, a roadmap that determines who we are. Our code is written in early morning sunrises and the anticipation of opening day. Our code is written by the moments that we experience with those we love the most. It's written by the feeling of our dirt in our hands. At Mossy Oak, our code is burned into every cell of our body. It's in our DNA.
This segment of The Truth is brought to you by Matthews Archery, Black Gold, and Ripcord.
Yo, we better go. I was at the other door waiting on you.
Look at all them big bucks.
Woo! Morgan killed all them. All except for that one right there.
Because Morgan, a big buck killer.
Bring her deer up in here. It's warm right here, and I thought it was too. So what we're doing today, right on the edge of the bluff, and it drops off to the delta, and Troy and I are gonna go sit right. I mean, literally, we're looking. It's got to be almost a 100-foot drop. It's just a big open spot, trees fell, kind of boggy, wet, spring coming out of the side of the bluff, and on a deer bed up in there. So we're just gonna sit over the top of it and look, and the weather's not great. And rain coming in, warm. The high today 80 on December the 2nd, but we're close to the rut, so we gotta give it a whirl, don't we, Chief? I'm gonna put this jacket on when I get there because it's a little too warm for it right now. Definitely in a phase of the pre-rut right now where we're allowed to see them walking, scraping, looking. If you knew how open these woods were below this is a great place to hold a few deer. Wind should be blowing right there. Yeah, southwest is right there. Which we're kind of banking on the deer coming in from, you know, straight from the west or from the north, coming up here to bed. Because it's all open, real open big woods once you get below that, down to the base. Cool little spot though. If you knew how open these woods were below this is a great place to hold a few deer. Can't believe it's not. Maybe we'll catch them coming in here.
As you can see, it's a pretty good drop-off into this canyon slash cutover. You definitely don't want to get too close to the edge there, Brad. Ha! Brad and Troy are hoping to catch some deer coming here to bed as the morning goes on. And with signs of the rut beginning to happen here at Kudzu Bluffs, Brad decides to do some calling. Not long after Brad's first calling sequence, they catch some movement in the thicket below.
Deer right there, Troy, to the left. Left of the bank. Buck. Pretty nice buck, too. It's coming right through that cane right there. I think he's just shooting. Coming right to it. Right on the edge of the bluff. He's looking.
Hornady Outfitter ammunition is now loaded with Hornady CX bullets. Its optimized monolithic design combined with a heat shield tip offers extended range performance, enhanced accuracy, high weight retention, and deep penetration. Outfitter ammunition features corrosion-resistant nickel-plated cases that are sealed watertight, designed to perform under the toughest conditions. No matter where adventure takes you, trust your hunt to Outfitter ammunition from Hornady.
It's not a hobby, it's an obsession. So plink on with rimfire rifles from Savage, where better comes standard.
You've got a lot to pack in. So what's your edge to pack out more? The Edge shooting sticks from Primos. They're built just as versatile, just as stable, and just as affordable as any stick on the market, at half the weight. In carbon or aluminum lead construction, with quick and easy switch outs for guns, optics, and more. Pack in lighter so you can pack out heavier with the Edge from Primos. As you saw earlier, Brad and Troy are hunting a spot this morning that our camp is named after, Kudzu Bluffs.
So what we're doing today, right on the edge of the bluff, and it drops off to the delta, and Troy and I are gonna go sit right. I mean, literally, we're looking, it's gotta be almost a 100-foot drop. It's just a big open spot, trees, fell, kind of boggy, wet, spring coming out of the side of the bluff, and them deer bed up in there, so we're just gonna sit over the top of it and look, and rain coming in, warm, the high today 80. We're close to the rut, so we gotta give it a whirl, don't we, Chief?
The guys are sitting on the ground this morning, looking way down into a big cutover. This is a perfect bedding area. So they're hoping to catch a buck that's been cruising all night and ending up here to bed for the day. And after a series of calls, they spot one down below.
Deer right there, Troy, to the left. On the left of the bank. Look. Coming right to it. Right on the edge of the bluff. He's looking. Pretty nice buck, too. Coming right through that cane right there. Mm-hmm. He's a shoot. Can you see him right there? Yeah. He's pretty thick, though. He's going right to that white oak tree to the left. When he comes to the right, I got a shot right there now. You just tell me I'm good. Yeah, I can just see his head and shoulders, but when he comes to that, looks like a little opening. That one little tree, you gotta get by. He's coming out there. Tell me when. That is pretty good right there. Oh, let me take one more step. All right. Matt. I think you're damn right there.
They're coming here looking for you.
He came, well, you spotted him. And he was standing there just looking around. And then he came in there and just got to looking, and he'd stop and listen and stand still and sitting here looking over this. And Troy and I both had a gut feeling that we need to go try this. And you're sitting up here on the top, we got a southwest wind blowing just like that. I figured they'd come in here to bed. And, you know, we rattled right here and grunted some. And he may have come, he may not, who knows. But when we first saw him, I don't know where he came from, if he just stood up out there, or somehow he got through there without us seeing him. But we got him, a beautiful 8-point. First week of December. Last year, the rut here was December 7th. You know, Slade killed a great 4.5-year-old 5-point, big 185-pound deer. This week, Troy got a great 6.5-year-old pal-mated, beautiful buck. You know, this is the hills of Mississippi. It's different here. You know, we got good deer here, but 4.5-year-old deer like that, I'm tickled. It got me nervous. And he was standing there and he got in that opening, that cane. I tried to drop him right there, but I think there was a little limb, not a limb, it's that tree coming up with them 2 green leaves on it. I put it right beside it, then I inched it to the left just a little bit because I didn't want to hit it. That's going to be a Primo's team crew affair getting this one out of this hole.
If you hunt enough, you learn the truth. What you seek speaks a language and knows it well. That's why every Primo's call for everything you hunt is made the right way. We sweat every detail so you get more out of every hunt, and nothing leaves our hand until we know it'll work in yours. Because we don't just make the world's best calls, we speak the language. Primos. know it. Thank you.
Looking as good as you can.
All of us at Primo's are proud to be a part of the Drake family of brands. They make stuff for whatever we're hunting, whenever we're hunting, hot or cold. I love Drake. Drake, always in season. Primo's Hunting introduces the new and improved soft-sided bow case. Our redesign is the new standard in protection for your bow. New hidden backpack straps, multiple D-ring attachments, 7 accessory pockets, and the new hard case quiver holder. The Primo's soft-sided bow case has it all for bow hunters. Check it out at primos.com. This segment of The Truth is brought to you by Ozonics and Tight Spot Quivers.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
We got lucky, Jimbo.
Huh?
We got lucky this morning.
I don't know if you call it lucky or not. if you shot that deer down that hole.
I brought rope and my knife pack like was ordering up an elk. You know, not finding a big song. Where's he at?
He is right down in there. See that tree right there that's I'm gonna point to?
One just running that
He
way?
is right, yeah, right there. Boom.
Okay.
The one that's running that way, he's at the base of it. He was right there when I shot. And so Troy and I were sitting on this log right here. Come here, Jimbo. Oh, are we asking for it or what? So Troy was sitting there on the log and I was on the other side of the log, and I went and I said, let's try to rattle one time. And I got to rattling, and I don't know if he came to the horns or not. About 2 minutes after I rattled, I looked and he's coming right there up by see that log with the sun on it? And he come right in that cane. He come through that cane, his head was doing that, and he was looking, looking in here. And then he stood around for a minute and kind of smelled around, and he went under that white oak tree. But then he walked out in that opening right there, and I shot him. And it was a little tree, so I was going to try to Jimmy shoot him. But at the last second, I moved my crosshairs. I think I was right in the edge of the shoulder, and he just ran like 15 yards.
15 yards down?
Yeah, he's right in there. See that log going that way? Not this one right here close to us. It's kind of round.
Yeah.
He's on the next one is kind of running like that at an angle. He's at the bottom of that. I guess we just
circle around, go down that
We
ridge.
can't go this way.
no. How far is that down there? That's like 60 feet,
At least.
70 feet.
If you throw a rock, you'll never hear it hit the ground.
I'll go down there with you.
Yeah, you got me and Lake to film from up here.
We'll let Jordan go with us.
This is a heck of a spot to kill one. Pretty.
Oh yeah.
Boy. We in a hole.
This is a hole right here. I'm telling you, this reminds me of being like hunting sheep or something like in British Columbia, and as steep as it is and thick, and now Alaska. It's been hot, it's been great weather, and we just have gotten to where now, we don't really pressure the deer every day bow hunting if the conditions aren't good weather-wise, so we just been spending time putting up blinds and stands and
Still a work in progress.
Yeah.
This is the second season we've been hunting here, but me and you talked another day, you really don't know what you have going until you own a place for 3 years.
And this is our second year, and we got so many, we let a lot of deer go last year that we didn't feel were old enough, and we just like to have fun. And yeah, we try to shoot mature deer and let them grow, but also we want to have fun at the same time. And we have definitely seen an improvement picture-wise on the trail camera.
Night and day difference between last year and this year at this time.
Troy shot that deer that was 6.5 years old, beautiful pal-mated deer, and then Slade got tanked this week, and then we got this 8-point this week, and but just where it was, and like I said, I rattled and grunted, and he could have come. I don't know if he came, but he was coming. When I saw him, he had that head going through that cane right there, and and so.
But it's open all on both sides, so it's a perfect place for a deer to bed down, because nobody but a fool gonna go down there.
This is Jimmy up there. He's up there watching, laughing. He said, "Y'all doomed." Like I said, he might have been coming here to bed, or he might have heard that just to come check out what was going on. But either way, it worked out good.
Well, it takes a total team effort to get what we now refer to as the canyon buck up and out. And then Lower Alabama himself arrives just when all the work is done.
Good job, man.
Thank you.
Awesome. I could have been here sooner to help. I just wanted to let Jimmy do something.
The best part was Jimmy.
I seen you pull up there and looking, and I seen you ease on down. You seen us coming up the hill.
The best part was Jimmy up there directing us.
He was hollow point.
He was hollow point.
You rattled him up, huh?
Well, I'm gonna say I did, but also I don't know that he come in a couple minutes after I did that, and he come through that cane. He was looking, and a couple times he was looking up here, and like he came, he heard deer, and he's like, you know, he wasn't just charging in there, but he looked like he was doing more than walking in there.